Welcome back, guys, or if it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. So before I get started with this video, the one thing I really want to say is just another big thank you to everybody. This is the first video that I'm filming since I filmed, or not that I filmed, but since I posted the Ordinary Colors video, and I'm still surprised at the kind of reception that it's gotten. And I know it's like a drop in the bucket for YouTube, but for me it's a really big deal. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, and all of the feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and the thumbs ups and the thumbs downs, I'm really taking all of it to heart, and just know that it's really going to help me make my future videos a lot better. So thank you guys again. So now for today's video, what I want to do is actually do a $1 full face of makeup. So there's a website called shopmissa.com, and literally almost everything on there is $1. So there's, dollar makeup brushes, dollar makeup, dollar accessories, like everything you can imagine that could possibly be $1, it's on there. Now, some of this box is actually, I have some accessories and scarves and things in here, but I just got my order in from Shop Miss A, and I bought all this myself. It's not sponsored, but this is what we're going to be testing today. So I have already washed and moisturized my face. I used my Bulldog Oil Control Moisturizer, and I guess we'll start with primer. I picked out the AOA Studio Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer. This was also $1 and is really hard to get open. Ooh. It kind of feels like sunscreen. Oh. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it does come out like, it really does look like a sunscreen. And when you put it on, it goes from having no smell to kind of having like this lemony scent. And it says mattifying, but I look more oily than when I started. Ooh. Okay, so primer's on. Not sure how I feel about it because it does, I don't know, didn't really mattify. But we're going for foundation next, and unfortunately there was absolutely no light color foundation in stock. When I was ready to get a color that I knew wasn't going to work but was still kind of light, they didn't have any. So I am using the Freedom Pro Matte Longwear Foundation in shade Matte 2. And this is from Makeup Revolution, and I think it was $1.79. I got it on clearance. So I'm not going that far out of like the dollar bounds, but I literally would not be wearing a foundation today if I didn't try this one. So I am using one of the sponges on their website. This is the AOA Studio High Def Sponge Wonder Blender, and I've already dampened it. It feels pretty good, actually. It feels kind of like the Real Technique sponge. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of this on the sponge and just, I guess, go for it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell in the camera with all the lights on and stuff, but in the mirror, this is not a matte foundation, that was not a matte primer, and I look like a grease ball. Moving on to concealer, I have the AOA Studio Wonder Cover HD Concealer in Porcelain. This is the lightest shade that it comes in, and this is going to be another one of those things that I can't open. Oh, it's actually not as bad. And this was also $1, so hopefully we'll have a winner here. Alright, let's give it a shot. It looks so light in the tube, and then when you take this applicator out, it's like, oh, that's orange. Well, it definitely conceals. It's a lot thicker than the foundation was for sure. And although the color was a little scary, like, the tube itself looks very cool toned and really pale, which looked great. As soon as you took it out of the tube though, it looked very warm toned and orange, and a lot darker than it did in the tube. But this one's actually not doing so bad. So to set my face, I am going to try this Kleanista pressed powder in the shade 7001 or Fair. It doesn't really look that fair, but we'll see. I just really need to set my face. And I'm also going to use this AOA Studio brush. It's the F20. It was also $1. So I haven't had any issues with the brushes so far. You know, I've used the brushes before and pretty good. $1. Okay, so next I want to do a little bit of bronzing. That powder, by the way, really helped mattify everything, and this is what I feel like it should have looked like before the powder, but that's okay. I got 2 products for bronzing, but I don't know if they're gonna work. I'm too pale. This is the Amuse DIY Contour Trio 3 Professional Kit. This is the lightest shade. This is Fair, but it kind of looks like the bronzing shade looks really orange. I don't know. And then I also got this Me Makeover Essentials Kit, and I can't believe this was only $1. This is pretty cool. So it does come with its own little brush. It's kind of cute, actually. But it looks like this. The shades are all kind of dark, but we're just gonna have to try to make it work. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try this middle shade right here and see how it does. It's like, I think it's darker, but it's the coolest tone of them all, so we're gonna give this a shot. Now that I've warmed up my face a little bit, I'm gonna try this blush. It's Malibu Glitz. I don't actually know the shade. It just says 5 on the back, so maybe it's shade 5. And it comes with this little sponge that we're not gonna use. And I'm a little worried. It's super pink, and I have a feeling it's gonna be really pigmented. I'm gonna use my trusty e.l.f. blush brush that I know I like. And we're gonna start with a very light hand. And just, oh my god, it's so pink. Holy pigmentation, Batman. Alright, so before I do my eyes, I want to do my brows. And I got this Pro Brow Pencil Matte Long Stay. I don't know the brand, doesn't show it. And it's in Brunette because that was the lightest shade they had. And it already looks really not my shade. But it's okay, that's kind of the point. You know, even if it's not my shade, I still want to go through this. And it does have a spoolie end. So I'm just going to brush my hairs up and out like normal. And it kind of looks like one of the Anastasia pencils, not the Brow Wiz, but the other one with the little triangle tip. And that's actually not my favorite one. I prefer the Brow Wiz over that, but I'm gonna try. Like I said, we're gonna make it work. And I'm just gonna do my brows like the way that I would normally do them. Give it a try. Oh my god, I am barely touching my face with this pencil, and it is so pigmented. Oh my god. Okay, for my eyes, I have a lot of options for eyes, but one of the ones I'm gonna try for like some of the base and transition colors is this Kleancolor 6-color designer eyeshadow palette, and it has a lot of more cool toned shades, which is what I really need to kind of tone down the rest of my face. So I'm gonna go and use the shade right here. They don't have names, it's just the lightest shade in the palette, and it's a nice matte shade. And I'm just going to run this all over the lid and up into the crease to kind of set all that concealer that I had used earlier. Surprisingly, these shades don't have a lot of fallout. Like, I'm really like stamping my brush in there and I've got almost nothing. So that's very impressive. 1 brownie point for this eyeshadow. It's not a quad. 6er. Okay, for the next shade, I'm going to use the same brush, and I think I'm going to use this next shade up here up top. It's kind of this light pink shade, And I'm going to run this just all in the crease and kind of use this as my transition shade. Okay, I definitely did not like that color as much. It wasn't super blendable. It's okay. I think I'm just going to go in now. I'm going to go for it with a dark color. I'm going to use this dark color right here and just kind of focus it on the outer portion of my lid, like the outer V and the outer half. And I think I have another one that I want to do like a metallic color on part of the lid, so we're going to do that next. Alright, let's switch eyeshadow palettes because this one... Okay, so instead I'm going to try this Santèe Professional Eyeshadow Palette in color 2. This one actually has some really pretty colors in it. I'm going to take this same brush that I was trying before to get nothing. And there's kind of like this deep metallic burgundy. We don't want this either. Do you remember using these as a kid and thinking you were so cool? I can put eyeshadow on now. I just hit my cat in the face with that. Alright, this is what I was looking for. This is what I thought the other color was going to look like. Alright, that is beautiful. So, I wonder if I can just go in with one of these colors now. And this brush I was using was also one that was $1 from AOA Studio. It was the High Def Brush E105. Okay, I'm going to take this same little palette that I was just using, and I'm going to try to use this lightest shade here. It's almost like a really light, kind of gunmetal gray. And I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is their AOA Studio E123. And I'm just going to try to put it on like the inner half of my lid and see what happens. Hopefully this comes out nice because that other shade was beautiful. Whoa! Super pigmented. Oh my gosh. Alright, now let's run a little bit of that kind of maroon burgundy color on the lower lash line. This is another AOA Studio brush. This is the E124. And I'm just going to take a little bit on the very tip of the brush and start running it under my lower lash line. Now, against my better judgment, I am going to try a winged liner, and I'm going to use this, it's called Starry Waterproof Eyeliner. I don't know if it's actually waterproof, but it's super cute. It looks like a little bear. It's adorable. Okay, so my liner's done. It wasn't too bad. It doesn't spread very well, and the tip of this is just, it's stiff, and you want it to have a little flexibility so it can kind of glide over your eye, but this didn't move at all. And it was really hard to get like the inner corners too, because you don't want a thick line, and to get the thick lines here, I had to really kind of turn the brush sideways. So, not sure how I feel about it, but packaging is super cute. Okay, for mascara, I've got the LA Colors Volume Lash in black, and looks like this. It's kind of small, but we're gonna give it a try. Whoa. This has one chunky fat brush though. Guess we'll try the lower lashes first and see. Okay, no. I think the eyeliner that I got on my lashes by accident is actually doing better than this. No. So for lips today, I thought let's go big or let's go home. And AOA Studio makes these Wonder Metal liquid lipsticks, so they're matte metallic liquid lipsticks. And I got 4 colors. Probably can't, I don't know if you can see them that well, but I got one in Unicorn, Naughty, Moon, and Vanity. They are all fairly dark, and I got some glosses too, but I mean, if we're testing, we might as well test these, right? Well, why don't we go with Vanity? Alright y'all, here goes nothing. I have a feeling this is going to be some dark shit. Whoa. I was right. So to kind of recap some of the products, the foundation, the primer, the eyeliner, the mascara, and this eyeshadow, the matte one, these were all no's. I just didn't like the way they performed, and especially the primer with the foundation, they're matte. They're mattifying, and yet I still feel kind of tacky and goopy. Now, the big winners today were the Santèe eyeshadow, the Makeover Essentials Contour Kit for $1. So good. The blush I counted as a win, even though it's not something that I would wear. If you have darker skin and you like, you know, a more rosy cheek, this is great. This was really pigmented. The powder actually helped a lot with the tackiness of the foundation and the primer. So the powder was a win. The concealer was a win. It's a little deceiving because it looks like the most amazing color on the outside, and you take it out and it's a little disappointing because it's kind of yellowy, like orange, but it actually goes on and looks really good. It also really helped that foundation and primer to kind of set down and gave my face a little more dimension. And the brow pencil, although it was not good for me, I think it'll really work for people who can match these colors with the pencil. Now the last big win was this liquid lip, and I'm really surprised at how much I like this because, one, I don't like matte lipsticks or liquid lipsticks or matte anything on my lips because I have super oily skin, but I have super dry lips, so I hate the way they look. But this actually looks okay. I like it. It doesn't look flaky, and it's not settling into any of the lines. And it's $1. It's so pretty. It's a really nice color too, and it's not transferring any. So that's another big win. Not on my teeth. So pretty good. Pretty good. So I hope you guys had as much fun with some of these products as I had, and hopefully we can do something again like this soon. I really enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun, and I found some new favorites. So if you enjoyed the video, you know, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if there's something else that you want to see. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!